Well, here are the 5 things you need to know for today. Air Canada flight attendants have served 72-hour strike notice, and the airline says flights will start being canceled tomorrow. The union says it gave notice to both Air Canada and Air Canada Rouge early this morning. The move means more than 10,000 flight attendants can walk off the job at 12:58 a.m. Eastern on Saturday if a deal is not reached. Air Canada said yesterday it reached an impasse in negotiations after the union declined to enter a binding arbitration process.
There's no people that want to do more about wildfires than Canadians. We are being affected every day in very severe ways. We've seen this in the smoke that clogs our cities. We've seen this in our communities that are evacuated.
Federal government now pledging an extra $45.7 million for wildfire prevention and risk assessment projects. The money will go to 30 research projects nationwide with the hopes of also improving fire knowledge and forestry practices. The groups running the projects include nonprofits, private organizations, provincial governments, and Indigenous groups. There are now nearly 730 wildfires burning across Canada, the second worst wildfire season on record. And Canada has now joined an international call for unrestricted aid to be allowed into Gaza. 24 countries signed the document that says the humanitarian suffering in Gaza has reached unimaginable levels and that urgent action is needed to halt and reverse starvation. Gaza's health ministry says in the last 24 hours, 89 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli fire, and 5 more people, including 2 children, have died of starvation and malnutrition. Gaza City has come under intense air attack as Israeli forces prepare to launch an operation to take over the city.
Not only are we facing a yield loss, but at the same time, obviously now we're facing an income loss for whatever we do grow. So it's, right now this could be a double whammy.
Farmers reeling this morning after massive tariffs imposed by China on Canadian canola. There are 40,000 canola farmers in Canada who have just been slapped with a 75.8% duty on the oilseed. The tariffs come after the federal government's decision last year to impose a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles and 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. China says after conducting an anti-dumping investigation, it found that Canada was providing its farmers with unfair subsidies.
The St. Lawrence is fed by 2 main regulated watersheds, the Great Lakes and the Ottawa River. So the lack of precipitation creates less water in those bodies of water and then less in the St. Lawrence River as well.
A cargo ship is floating in low water this morning after getting stuck in the St. Lawrence River near Montreal. The ship ran aground after a total engine failure yesterday, and although the low water levels in the St. Lawrence weren't to blame, it's definitely not helping the situation. The crucial shipping channel is under close low water level surveillance. Large ships have been ordered to slow down, and many have been told to carry less cargo.